The winter can be a cold and dark time in many places in Europe. It's during this time that we need something to help lighten our spirits and draw in the holiday season. In the German-speaking world, that something is, undoubtedly, the Christmas markets. When most people think of these Christmas markets, also called the Christkindlmarkt or the Weihnachtsmarkt, which literally translates into Christchild Market or Christmas Market, they think mainly of Germany. There is a reason for that, as most of these markets, nearly 1,500 of them, are located within Germany's borders. However, this tradition started well before the current borders were drawn, meaning that these markets also take place in many other Central European countries. The tradition has also spread into many other parts of the Western world. The origin of these Christmas markets can be traced back to the 15th and 16th centuries, with the oldest Christmas market often being attributed to the German city of Dresden, which was first written about in 1434. However, there were several December markets in the Middle Ages that had their origins even earlier. Whatever the true origin of the first official Christmas market was, it is clear that they are a tradition that is here to bring joy and welcome in the holiday season. The timing of the Christmas markets, for the most part, follows the liturgical calendar, being open for the 4 weeks of Advent. Advent doesn't start on the same day every year, but most Christmas markets open on the 23rd of November and remain open until the 24th of December, ensuring that shoppers and enthusiasts get a full 4 weeks before Christmas. The construction of these markets is actually quite impressive, and takes a lot of time to plan. Small wooden huts are lined up on either way of makeshift walkways, and are all pushed closely together, each hut containing a vendor selling their wares. The markets are almost always outdoors, in some of the largest squares of the cities. But if you walk through a large city in Germany, you might be surprised at all of the little nooks and crannies of the city that the planners managed to squeeze these huts into. In Munich alone, there are over 20 Christmas markets scattered throughout the city, with the smaller ones containing only 10 to 15 small huts serving a local community, to the largest market in the city, which is in the main square with over 135 vendor huts. And even this pales in comparison to the market that is believed to be the largest in Germany with over 300 huts. That title goes to Dortmund. While most Christmas markets follow the traditional theme of Christmas, sometimes you can find markets themed after the Brothers Grimm, a well-known pair of German storytellers. We also found another market in Munich that had a medieval flair, where you could buy swords, armor, and many other things that you might find in a medieval market. You can find any number of things to purchase here. Traditionally, the goods were items that were handmade and were for decorative purposes, or that were different or exotic and not normally offered in the markets. One of the main things sold here are ornaments, typically glass ornaments or wood ornaments, to be hung on the Christmas tree.
That's cute.
Did you get a little ornament?
Yeah, just a little wooden one.
Yeah. You can also find wooden decorations and candle carousels, which are those wooden things that hold candles and spin like a sideways windmill. See anything you want?
Yeah, all the horse ones.
Of course, you can also find plenty of stalls with candles and toys, including nutcrackers. You can also find plenty of nativity scenes and other wooden scenes of houses in wintry settings. And of course, depending where you are, you might find other local products that vendors like to sell. Bunch of cat stuff.
Yeah.
Your kind of place.
Yep.
One of the things to admire about the Christmas markets are the decorations. Some of the Christmas markets tend to be a little bit light in the decoration department. For instance, when we visited the Munich Christmas market in Marienplatz, there were very few decorations other than the lights that adorned the little vendor huts throughout, and a large Christmas tree that we found near the Rathaus. However, when we visited the markets in Trier and Luxembourg, there were several more wreaths, lights, decorations on the lampposts and trees, and even animatronics on top of the vendor huts. All of these decorations make the experience a much more festive and cozy event. And of course, another thing that makes these Christmas markets so special is the food. There are so many different types of food vendors that you can choose from, all of which are offering different products. By far the most popular food items at these Christmas markets tend to be the actual meals. These consist of many things, including traditional German sausages, sauerkraut, Käsespätzle, which is like a cheesy noodle, Flammkuchen, which is basically a flatbread pizza, currywurst, schnitzels, and many other things.
Bratwurst, and then fries.
Hummus.
Because why not?
There are also several different types of individual dishes that you can try. One of these was a potato-based dish called Reibekuchen. So we got the Reibekuchen, which is just potato pancakes with some Äpfelmus, which is like applesauce. How is it?
Good. It's kind of like a giant hash brown.
Yeah, Catherine was really looking for these.
Yeah.
There is also another item that we hadn't heard of before but had to try. Langos. This is actually a Hungarian dish, but it's become a staple in many Christmas markets throughout Germany. Very good. Just cheese and salami and some kind of sauce.
And dough.
Sorry. Catherine got cheese.
The cheese and a little bit of butter sauce, it looks like.
Yeah. And of course, there are also plenty of sweet treats all throughout these markets. You can find plenty of waffles, crepes, and apple desserts. It's got an apple krugerl, which is like a baked fried apple thing. I don't quite know, but it's really good. Just powdered sugar apple and dough. Really good. So the mark of any good dessert is just a pile of sugar left afterwards. It's kind of disgusting, but it was also kind of great. Catherine really wanted to get the Kvarkbällchen, which is like, we don't really know what quark is, but it's like a dairy product, all fried up. She was really looking forward to that, but they're out. So now she's just getting a waffle stick, basically, with chocolate. So we'll see how that turns out. Let's see it. How is it?
Good.
Yeah. Does it just taste like a chocolate waffle?
Yeah. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. In addition, you can find other sweet treats, such as roast nuts, which we definitely wanted to try.
Roasted almonds.
Yeah, some roasted almonds.
I already ate some.
Yeah, a staple here.
They're warm.
Very nice. Catherine crushed those all by herself.
We shared them. You know it.
How do you like those? We did
I love pecans. So.
roasted pecans this time, so... Now, is it pecan or pecan?
Pecan. How do you say it?
Pecan. What just happened? You just
What?
choked on a nut, didn't you?
No.
You were so
I
excited.
choked on my spit.
Sure. Catherine, we need to talk about that. You've dropped about 20% of those nuts. That's like
No.
€1's worth.
They're slippery.
They're slippery. And of course, you will find plenty of stalls with Lebkuchen or gingerbread. Something else we noticed at the Christmas market this year was a resounding attempt to create additional vegan or vegetarian options, as well as plenty of organic options that are available to all. You can always tell if something is organic by the bio attached to the dining option. In addition to the meals, you can also find plenty of drinks to wash down all that food. The most popular drink here has to be the Glühwein, which is a mulled wine that is served at nearly every Christmas market around the world. It is served hot and it is delicious. In most Christmas markets, you can find a different red or white variety of this Glühwein.
I got white Glühwein, which
Yeah.
I didn't realize was a thing.
Looks good. I just got the regular red. You have to pay an additional deposit when you pay for your Glühwein, which is called Pfand, and then the vendor gives you your wine in a nice mug instead of a flimsy paper cup. When you're finished drinking it, you can then return the mug and get your Pfand back. But this little touch just helps add to the spirit of the event. There are many other popular drinks that you can find throughout these markets, including punches, meads, and hot chocolate. Of course, we had to get some hot chocolate, and Catherine got hers with cream. Looks delicious. And I got mine with some Baileys because it's Christmas time. When it comes to celebrating the holiday season in Europe, you need to visit these Christmas markets. They help bring in the season and brighten spirits during a dark and cold part of the year, and they have been doing it for centuries in nearly every community in this region. The weather might be frightful, but when you find yourself beneath the twinkling lights with a nice warm mug of Glühwein in your hand, you can't help but feel that the season is finally here. Happy holidays,